As the sunlight shimmers off the water and seabirds coast in the breeze, a mom and her child stand on the ocean's edge, while a short distance away, another mother walks the pier, all by herself. Yet she's hardly alone.
For me, I just love to come and be by myself and reflect, and it just makes me feel a lot closer to Christie.
Debbie Boyd feels her daughter Christie's presence everywhere she looks along this seaside paradise. You see, Capitola, south of Santa Cruz, was Christie Wilson's favorite place to go and just breathe.
It just brings, for me, just this whole sense of calm and peacefulness.
This peaceful setting stands in sharp contrast to the way Debbie's daughter's life came to a sudden and tragic end more than a decade ago.
This is our missing person, Christie Wilson.
This grainy surveillance video taken inside Thunder Valley Casino in Placer County in October of 2005 is one of the last known images of Christie Wilson. It was a Tuesday night. The then 27-year-old, living in Sacramento at the time, had told her boyfriend she was going to the popular casino to spend a few hours playing blackjack. It wasn't unusual. Christie liked to gamble. But on this night, it was here she met the man who would, days later, be arrested for her murder.
Mario Garcia.
Mario Flavio Garcia, who lived in this $1 million Auburn area home with his wife and 2 teenage boys, had befriended Christie that night. Video shows them sitting next to each other at the tables. Then hours later, the then 54-year-old computer executive is seen in another piece of surveillance video, leaving the casino with Christie Wilson. She was never seen or heard from again.
You know, why this is happening, all I know is I just want Christie back.
Debbie was front and center as the search for her daughter from the ground and air dragged on for weeks, then months.
Every time our phone rings, if it rings after 9 o'clock at night, I think, oh my gosh, maybe it's a detective, maybe they found her.
That call never came. It's now been nearly 12 years, and the body of Christie Wilson has never been found. Debbie Boyd did, however, hear the verdict she had prayed for. It would come more than a year after her daughter disappeared.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Mario Flavio Garcia, guilty of a violation of California Penal Code Section 187A, murder in the first degree, a felony, as charged in count 1 of the information.
It was hard to hide the elation. For the first time ever, prosecutors in Placer County got a guilty verdict in a murder case where no body was ever found, along with no cause of death and no murder weapon. Strands of Christie's hair on his door handle, her DNA in the backseat of his car, and unexplained scrapes and cuts on his body were enough to convince the jury Mario Garcia had killed Christie Wilson and dumped her body. But where? At first, Debbie held on to hope that he would reveal details.
I did. At one point, I had asked that, you know, if he tells us where Christie's body is.
Perhaps Garcia could be given a deal, but there would be no deal. Not a peep from Mario Garcia. Too much was riding on his seemingly countless appeals to his conviction.
I knew that there was no way, Mario being who he is, was going to disclose where Christie's remains are.
And Debbie stopped asking. Until now.
I made this decision with no expectation at all.